Mr. Beast is back in the news and not for good reasons at all. Now, we've covered him before. Well, two things we covered him for. One was this whole satanic movement he was starting to do with all of his content. But then the second one was with this other individual who he called his best friend, a guy by the name of Chris Tyson. And he recently came out as a trans human thingy, the men that think they're women, left his wife and kids and said, I'm now a girl. Well, we said at the time that this could end up being very bad because usually men that do that are groomers. Lo and behold, guess what he was? A groomer. Now, people have come forward talking about all the inappropriate things that Tyson did with them while he was a gamer streamer under the auspices of who? Mr. Beast. Meanwhile, we talked about it. Everyone's talking about why you're doing this. And he was backlashing everybody. You shouldn't be talking about me. This is my friend. I don't need to hear from y'all. He went on Twitter and just berated all his audience. You're too stupid. You just don't understand. Back off. Leave him alone. I know what I'm doing. I know what's best. Blah, 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 blah. Now, all of a sudden, Mr. Beast wants to try and distance himself from his friend. He hires investigators and all this crap. Shut up, Mr. Beast. You knew this was going on. Don't act like you didn't know. This stuff has been going on since you guys began this nonsensical trip on YouTube. This is nothing new to you. Stop trying to pander to the public to keep your money and your fame. You knew. There were at least 10 youngsters underneath this man that he was not just talking to inappropriately, but sharing pornographic sites with. You trying to tell me that you, a person that prides himself on so much wisdom and smarts and caring about people, you couldn't tell that your friend was a sicko? Even to the point where people told you that this whole transition to a female thing was an attempt to groom, you shut them down. You didn't do your due diligence then, nah. You didn't hire an investigator then, nah, because you were part and parcel of the whole thing. You knew what was going on. In fact, we genuinely believe that you were part of it to the point where you were participating too. Everything about you strikes us as slimy. You're a disgusting human being, bro. But you hide under money. You hide under, oh, look at the good deed I did. Look what I went to Africa and I did this, blah, 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 blah. You think because you gave water to people in Africa, that's gonna absolve you for pushing this man on children? Nah, fam, you can't run now. This was your creation. You like credit, right? You like taking credit. Take credit. This is all you. Right? This is your best friend, the one you know so well, the one you defended when people told you this would happen. Right? You defended them so much that you went after all of your fans, cussed them out, put them in their place because they don't understand. Do they understand now? Or are you the one that don't understand now? Oh, now it's affecting your bank book, huh? Really affecting your bank book to where it might actually come back and implicate you. Now you're running. Now all of a sudden you need protection. You need to distance yourself. Too late, bro. Too late. Don't run now. This is your best friend, remember? Your best friend. Defend him. Go ahead. I'm waiting to see you just put up a whole lamb-basting tweet against the people that are saying this is come on, with your chest, Mr. Beast, with your chest. Your name alone tells me what you are. Your name alone tells me exactly who your daddy is. But I digress from that point. I want to harp a little bit more on something here. You see, the circle of people that you hang with tells a lot about who you are. And you seem to gravitate a lot to men who like to hang out with kids. And in fact, you yourself seem to be inclined to doing a whole bunch of things with kids. Maybe, just maybe, you might be the same as Tyson. Just maybe not as flamboyant. You're not willing to cross-dress just yet, huh? You're going to live vicariously through him. But now that the victims are speaking out, here's where the problem is, right? Because you know what happened? Your victims might start speaking out too. And you're hoping that maybe if you just start distancing yourself and investigating, your victims won't consider themselves victims. Because remember, the persons that came forward about Tyson's didn't think that they were victims at first. They just thought they were in the presence of a great gamer And it was an adult. So, I mean, we can't think too much about it. He was showing us stuff, and it was back in the day when, pornography was a thing. And so, what if somebody just shows us some images but they were grooming? And one of the guys came forward to talk about the fact that Mr. Tyson was not just inappropriate with him in text, but in action. Now, what do you do with that situation? How exactly are you going to square that circle, Mr. Beast? Because don't forget, like I keep saying, you knew this individual a very long time. You considered him a best friend, which means you would have known. And you did nothing. There's only one reason why you wouldn't do anything, Mr. Beast. Because you were doing it too. And we honestly believe you're still doing it. But don't worry, just the same way as Chris got caught, you will too. I do hope, and this is my hope, I hope you get canceled. I'm not all for canceling, but when it comes to people that have friends that are, child molesters or even groomers, and you say nothing at the time, and it was not until it hits home that you might be one, I hope you get canceled. Because we don't need your kind of influence in the world. We don't. I don't care how much good you say you do. Because that good might be your door in to do more damage to more children. Now, again, this is what we believe based on what you've presented us. Feel free to debunk us. Feel free. But from what you've offered us and what we are not going to deny with these things right here is that you knew and were part, and you have all intentions of continuing just without the shadow of Chris over you. Well, go ahead and investigate. I hope someone does the same for your department, though. I hope somebody out there, if anyone out there, has the guts and resources to investigate Mr. Beast, please do. Please get some private investigator to do the same thing he's doing about his friend to him. I guarantee you this. I'm betting you money you're going to find not just a link, but multiple links to where he either okayed it, knew about it, and looked the other way when Chris Tyson was doing his misdeeds. It wouldn't surprise me. But time will tell. Until then, Mr. Beast, keep running, though. I do enjoy watching you try to scramble to cover this one up. But the end result will be absolutely glorious when you fall flat on your face.